On this 2010 to 2015 Honda Civic with the 1.8 gas engine, P0717 means the PCM may not be seeing a usable input shaft or Mainshaft speed signal from the automatic transmission. The driver may notice abnormal shifting, limited transmission operation, or warning lights. But the key point for this diagnostic path is that this code is handled as an electrical circuit problem. It is not diagnosed as a mechanical fault inside the transmission. Before getting into the checks, save the freeze data and any onboard snapshot with the HDS. Then start with the basic system checks so you know the fault conditions you are trying to duplicate. First, verify the complaint before taking the circuit apart. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, clear the DTC with the HDS, then safely set the car up so the front wheels can rotate freely. Block the rear wheels and raise the front, or use a lift, but make sure the vehicle is securely supported. Start the engine, turn VSA off with the VSA OFF button, put the shift lever in D, and run the vehicle at speeds over 12 mph, 20 km/h. In the HDS /T data list, compare input shaft or main shaft speed against output shaft or countershaft speed. Then slow down and stop the wheels. If the two speeds are about the same, treat it as an intermittent failure and the system is okay at this time. If they are not about the same, the failure is duplicated and you move into the circuit checks. Next, check the VCC2 line for an open. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Disconnect the input shaft speed sensor 3P connector, then turn the ignition switch back to on Roman 2. Measure voltage from terminal No. 3, the YEL/BLU wire to body ground. You are looking for about 5V. If about 5V is present, the VCC2 wire is okay and you continue to the next signal check. If it is not present, repair the open in the VCC2 wire between the input shaft speed sensor and the PCM. Then go to the final verification. With the ignition still on Roman 2 and the input shaft speed sensor 3P connector still disconnected, measure the NM circuit. Check voltage from terminal No. 2, the WHT/RED wire to body ground. Again, the question is whether there is about 5V. If there is about 5V, continue by checking the SG2 ground side. If there is not about 5V, move to the NM circuit short and open check. If the NM check showed about 5V, turn the ignition switch to lock 0 and check the SG2 line. With the input shaft speed sensor 3P connector disconnected, check continuity from terminal No. 1, the GRN/YEL wire to body ground. If there is continuity, the SG2 wire is okay, so replace the input shaft or main shaft speed sensor, then go to the final verification. If there is no continuity, repair the open in the SG2 wire between the input shaft speed sensor and the PCM. Then go to the final verification. If the NM voltage check did not show about 5V, turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Jump the SCS line with the HDS and disconnect PCM connector B, the 49P connector. With the input shaft speed sensor 3P connector still disconnected, check continuity from terminal No. 2, the WHT/RED wire to body ground. If there is continuity, repair a short to ground in the NM wire between the input shaft speed sensor and the PCM. If there is no continuity, the NM wire is not shorted, so repair an open in the NM wire between the input shaft speed sensor and the PCM. Either way, after the wiring repair, go to the final verification. For verification, reconnect all connectors, turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, and clear the DTC with the HDS. Start the engine, turn VSA off with the VSA OFF button, put the shift lever in D, and run the vehicle at speeds over 12 mph, 20 km/h. Compare input shaft speed and output shaft speed again in the HDS/T data list, then slow down and stop the wheels. If the speeds are about the same, troubleshooting is complete. If they are not about the same after completing the diagnostic path, replace the PCM. The takeaway on P0717 is to prove the speed mismatch first, Then stay disciplined with the electrical checks: VCC2 feed, NM signal branch, SG2 ground path, and final verification. Do not chase internal transmission mechanics for this code path. For more diagnostic training, visit Step Diagnostics. Com.